Would you mind propositioning John Ashby again?
No, this is serious. I'm not joking.
No, I did bring a unicorn yesterday.
I thought it was magic.
What do you say, buddy? What do you say?
See it?
Well, I'm the closest neighbour to him.
When was the last time you saw him?
I didn't see him till last fall.
So you hear about him?
Well, I'm hearing about him, that Susie Mills told me that he was in New York and working, and outside of New York now. Another fellow told me he's got a girlfriend and she's got all kinds of money. I think they're going to take her down here.
You think he's coming back?
Well, he didn't know. Well, I suppose he'll come back. He's got to come back to sell the place, I suppose.
You don't think he'll stay then?
Well, I don't think so. Because there's no work here for him.
Well, my name's Susan. I'm John's friend for about 10 years, I guess, since he moved here. Now he's disappeared. Wondering where he is. Don't think he'll come back. Probably see him in New York.
So since you got back to Cape Breton, have people been asking you about John?
Everyone asks me about John, and I am probably the only person he didn't call or contact in any way.
Sometime before 1980, John Ashby moved to Cape Breton Island. After a few years working in the woods, fishing, and doing other odd jobs, he bought some land and built a cabin on it. Several years later, he built a house around his cabin and settled into a new career as a carpenter.
Everybody figures he's having a party, a long party. He drank coffee.
How many cups a day?
You'd have to ask the waitress that. I suppose he drank at least 10, 15 cups a day. Each time he came in, he drank a half a dozen cups, so he was in 3 times a day, at least 15 cups a day.
You'll expect to see him?
I expect to see him this next month. I guess the last 3 or 4 months, they've all been expecting him back, but he'll come. I guess he's having a good time for himself.
No, I haven't heard from John. John disappeared.
What do you think of that? You think he's going to come back?
I doubt it. He's probably got a woman.
Yeah?
I think so.
That's a good reason to disappear. You think he's ever coming back?
I doubt it.
After a few years working as a carpenter, Ashby Construction was formed and John became a house builder. In the first 3 years of operating, he and his crew built about 5 houses.
But he said he thought he'd had some work in the States, so he couldn't come down and finish my place.
Do you think
It was sad. I didn't know what to think, because he had a way of taking you into his confidence. I used to eat with him every day at Albert's. We used to have long conversations on philosophical topics. It's all over now. John is a man on the run. He moves real slow, but he's on the run. And this was a 10-year pause, I think, in his journey.
So what are you doing to extricate yourself from what you've been left?
Well, I hired the guy who worked as his assistant to finish the work here on the house.
Has he shown up yet?
Yeah, he's shown up. He's real dependable.
Did he do any work yet?
Hasn't done any work yet, but he gave me an estimate.
I saw John Ashby on July 4th, actually, in New York City. I was on my way to a concert by Phil Glass's music. And I was very surprised to see him in New York. I had no idea he was there. And so we said hello to each other. Actually, we had a very brief meeting, and I said, why don't you come to the concert? And he said that he would rather not. And that was it. And then I didn't see him again after that.
Moved to Cape Breton to do a little photography. I liked it, I'd been there before. I wanted to do a lot of photography, do a little building on the side, have kind of a slowed down life. A lot of things that happened, but that's not what I don't know. I think I just got really caught up in just surviving.
Do you remember sort of what you were looking for when you moved there, or what it felt like?
What did it feel like? All the misconceptions you always have when you first come into a different area, almost a different culture, you know. At first everything's feeling just perfect, you know, everybody was just right, and then things got more real, you know, as time went by, and then you got involved in figuring out how you're going to survive, how you're going to live. It's a beautiful place. It's also a very hard place.
Let's see, the last time I saw John Ashby was in March when I was down in New York City. And he told me he'd be home. He promised me, because I said, you got to come home. You can't leave me all alone up here, because he's my good buddy, entertains me during the week. He said he'd be home by the 1st of May. So he called me 1 week before the 1st of May. He called me the 3rd week in April, and he asked me what the weather was like, and I said, it's lousy. I said, you don't need to rush home for anything going on around here. And he said he was going to stay another week or so in New York one more week, because he hadn't had a chance to get into Manhattan and see anything. So then I didn't hear from him, and I didn't hear from him. So I thought, well, he's having a good time in Manhattan. He's met somebody, something's going on. And I still didn't hear from him, and I asked Albert down at the corner. I mean, we were getting worried. I asked everybody. I was trying to find out the guy who takes care of his house down there, because you know, nobody. I thought, well, maybe he's contacted him. I was trying to figure out if I could contact his wife, Gail Ashby, in Toronto. I thought, well, if he was mugged or killed in New York, that if somebody took his ID, that they'd just drop him in the dumpster and we'd never see him again. I mean, that nobody'd care if they put him in jail. I mean, he just looks like, you know, one of those bums on the street of New York, practically.
I actually felt a strong sense of guilt not being there to kind of throw into the pot my part that keeps everybody going through the winter. You know, I miss people, and I miss sharing with them. This is a real sense of betrayal, and I'm sure that people back there have that same feeling. I felt that about other people when they've left. You almost feel angry that they're not there anymore.
Oh, John left, I think, possibly around March. He was only going to be away about 4 weeks. And I sent him off his mail twice, expected him home, and he never returned. And I don't know. I talked to him twice since he left, 3 or 4 months ago. But I think he's coming back. He says he's working in Long Island. Although I hear some stories that he might have a woman and he may not come back too soon. But we're hoping he returns very shortly, because we miss him around here. And you know, I think he likes living in New York, although he likes it a little better here. It's a better time maybe in New York, but
To a lot of people, Cape Breton is like the kitchen back home. It's like you want the tree to still be there, you want the driveway to be the same. You don't want people to change. You want consistency, and that consistency is both a blessing and a curse in a lot of ways. And that's what I had to do. I had to break out of it. I had to do something different, even if it's a big risk. Anything rather than just wait through the winter.
He's a really nice guy. He's very intelligent. He's very artistic. He's got everything going for him except one thing. He's absolutely useless when it comes to women. He just completely falls apart. All of his intelligence and his good sense all go out the window when he gets involved with a woman. Unfortunately, I introduced him to a woman here around Christmas, and he lost his mind for about 2 months over.
Well, what do you mean?
What do I mean he lost his mind?
Yeah.
Well, he just wanted to be with her every minute of the day and do everything he could for her, and he kind of drowned. He scared her to death. He started talking long-term serious. I mean, he wants a relationship. He's tired of being alone in the woods. He wants a woman. Doesn't everybody?
Yeah, well, I've lived a funny life, I very, very often just chose to go with whatever comes up. It's like saying, the next job that comes up, no matter what it is, no matter how I feel about it, I'm going to do it and see what happens. It's a very delinquent way to live. I guess that's kind of philosophical, in a way. It's like going with what happens, and because of that, I've had some really great adventures. And I think all through my life, I've always chosen to do something that I felt like doing, which is often an indulgence. It's not like I'm not complaining about not making it. I don't think, because there are people that do, and so they did. And I would assume that if that was what was most important, so would I. This isn't a complaint. I'm just trying to figure things out. I'm still trying to figure myself out. I've been doing it all my life, same as everybody else, I guess.
I'm gonna get up here. Look.
Okay.
1, 2. Yes. Hey, look. Don't ask me my bag. Don't ask me look. Don't ask me my bag. Don't ask me my bag. Don't ask me my bag. Don't ask me my box. Don't ask me my go on the cow. Don't ask me my box.
Oh, this summer they sing it quite regularly, whenever once a day maybe. We call it the Ballad of John Ashby.
Did it start last year or just when you
No,
came
it
back?
started this summer.
So they remembered it even without seeing it?
Baby.
Yeah, I don't know if he walked in the door if they would recognize him, but they remember him in their minds. Do you remember what John Ashby looks like?
Yeah.
Yeah?
What?
Do you remember what John Ashby looks like?
What?
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 I often wonder if I ever get everything figured out so things will work the way I want them to, like this, Like a combination here in the Cape. I guess the very, very, very basic truth behind my disappearance is I was very bored and I had to do something different. You can assume I'll be back because I would like to come back. I don't think it'd be a matter of boredom.